Hey everybody, can we all take our seats, please? And come on in. We got chairs in the front. We're good. This is like one of the best attended press conferences I've ever gotten to be a part of. Great job, everybody. I'm Janelle Schmitz. Lucky enough to be married to Mayor Mike Schmitz, but we just want to thank everybody for coming today. This is so exciting. This has kind of been something we've been talking about a lot in our home for many years. And so thanks to many, many volunteers who we recognized later. I just can't tell you from the bottom of my heart how appreciative I am. And I'm so excited to start seeing a change in how we welcome people into our homes of Bismarck and Mandan. So first up, Mayor Mike Schmitz, and then he will introduce the next one and we'll go that way.
Well, again, welcome to everyone today. I'm excited to be a part of this joint venture between the cities of Bismarck and Mandan and the Bismarck Mandan Chamber EDC. It's a significant event for these three organizations to come together to indicate how deeply we feel about this effort. And really, it's the community. And Mayor Jim and I have been talking about how this is very important for the entire community, Bismarck, Mandan, Burleigh, and Morton County. Bismarck Mandan is where home is more than hello. It is an important endeavor to increase the awareness among our current residents to open their hearts and become more welcoming to the new people who come to our communities. I can say that when Janelle and I were first married, we both experienced the challenge of making new friends, even though we are from Bismarck when we grew up, because we went away to college, or now we're adults and our high school friends have left. So trying to find those circles to bring us closer together and new people and families is something we did not easily initiate with non-relatives. In a sense, it requires a culture shift, and it takes time. We are a friendly community, both of us, Mandan and Bismarck. We say hello when we're on the street, but that's only when we're passing by. We may hold the door open and help stop to help fix a tire or maybe even give directions. That's a great start. But when we are asking people to consider taking the next step and actually welcoming people home into our community, into their friendship circles and family or gatherings, that's a bigger step. That means really asking people to maybe go have coffee or come into your home for dinner. We have ways to help accomplish this, which will be detailed in the next few speakers. But I would be remiss if I did not recognize the excellent work and outstanding band of volunteers who have started working on this late last summer. I want to thank John Simmers, Billy Joe Loris, Rebecca Brick, Don Kopp, Heather May, Madison Cermak, Matt Shannondor, Grant Doctor, Christy Dodd, Kaylin Ost, Maya Fleck, Carrie Schmidt, Nathan Schneider, Summer Stern, and my wife Janelle. As you can see, it's a pretty strong group of people who have gathered together and met regularly on a not purely monthly basis, but close. This is a start of one small idea, and together you have created a meaningful, relevant changes for our communities. Thank you all. I would now like to turn over the podium to my colleague and friend, Mayor Jim Freilich of Mandan.
Thank you, Mayor Schmitz. Thank you, Mayor Schmitz. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here. I want to echo Mayor Schmitz's note of thanks and welcome Initiative Committee, City of Bismarck, City of Mandan, and the Mandan Chamber EDC for being, and also, in particular, the First Lady of Bismarck, Janelle Schmitz, for being the driving force behind the initiative, which is sure to make a difference in our community. Each year, our community grows by about 1,000 people. These new residents come from many walks of life, graduates of the University of Mary, United Tribes Technical College, Bismarck State College, and they choose to stay here in Bismarck Mandan to build their future. We also have retirees moving from rural areas to be closer to healthcare, family, or the airports. We have healthcare professionals moving in and other workers bringing their skills to our region. We also have immigrants starting a new life and careers and finding safety and opportunity in our community. No matter where they come from or why they choose to call Bismarck Mandan home, we have the privilege and responsibility of helping them feel welcome. There are many simple yet meaningful ways to do this. Introduce yourself to someone new in your neighborhood, at work or at church. Invite a new neighbor or coworker out for coffee. Host a block party. Create a workplace culture that says you belong here. A strong community is built on kindness, connection, and shared commitment to making everyone feel at home. Whether you live here for generations or just arrived, you are a valued part of our community. Together we can continue making Bismarck and Mandan a place where everyone belongs. Thank you. And now at this time I'd like to introduce the Bismarck Mandan Chamber EDC Board President Lee Pierce. Lee?
Thank you, Mayor Freilich. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming here. It's my pleasure to launch something that's truly meaningful for our community, as both of them have stated. It's the initiative of Where Home is More Than Hello. As chair of the Chamber EDC, I want to share why these efforts matter to the business community, not just for the quality of life, but the future of our communities as they continue to grow. We all know that attracting new talent is important, but in today's competitive environment, it's the retention of those key employees that is so important for us. We want this to be a community that people don't just come for a job, but they stay because they feel connected, they feel welcomed, and they feel valued. That's exactly what this initiative is about. Over the next month, we will be running a full public relations campaign on the Chamber EDC's Bismarck Mandan Make Your Mark Facebook page to highlight the people, the places, and the stories that make our communities a place that everyone wants to stay, not just come and land. We'll be spotlighting newcomers who've chosen to make this their home, sharing what made them feel like they belonged here. We'll highlight employers who are going the extra mile to welcome these new employees, not just into their businesses, but to bring them to be a part of just the fabric within our communities. And we'll be featuring local voices, small businesses, neighborhoods, and cultural events that offer connection and purpose. We're doing this because culture is not just somewhere where we have a one and go, but it's a talent development and a talent retention strategy. We can't build a strong workforce without building a strong sense of place. And we can't expect people to stay if they don't see themselves reflected in our communities. We want to show that whether you're moving here from across the country or just across the state, that this is a place not just to work, but where you belong. We're inviting everyone to join residents, businesses, community groups to follow the Bismarck Mandan Make Your Mark Facebook page and like the stories. Share your own welcoming stories. Tag someone who made you feel like you were at home. Highlight a local gem that helped you to become rooted within each of the communities. Because ultimately, retention isn't driven by one program, but it's built by 100 small, little, meaningful interactions that we have, and these moments that are what is driving this campaign. We're also inviting you to check out our resources on our website for talent at www.makeyourmarkbisman.com. If your organization would like to hear more about this initiative or how you can participate, please contact the community partners for a presentation of this. And finally, if your organization would like to show its support, you can get a cling to showcase on the windows of your businesses. So let's take this month not only to welcome the new residents, but let's set a tone for our communities and what kind of communities we want to be all year round. Let's make it a kind place where people don't just come to work and leave. They come to live, stay, and thrive within our communities. Thank you to our partnership organizations and community members who've helped and are helping make this effort a success. As a special thank you to the mayors of both Bismarck and Mandan, and especially to Bismarck's First Lady, Janelle Schmitz, who really drove this effort for these communities and to bring this forward. Together, we're showing that talent might arrive for the opportunity, but they stay for the culture of both of our communities. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Sarah Kempen from Marathon Petroleum.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Kempen. I was just going to share a little bit about my story coming to the Bismarck Mandan area. So I am originally from Midland, Michigan, a few hours north of Detroit. Went to school in the Upper Peninsula to study chemical engineering, at which point I did a couple internships with Marathon Petroleum throughout the Midwest. And when it was time for graduation, I received an offer for Mandan Refinery. Not knowing anything about the area, I accepted and moved out here, and that ended up being one of the best decisions I've ever made. My coworkers are incredible. It's a great supporting community. They invite me to participate in things outside of work. In addition to that, music is a large part of my life, and I was able to get involved with the Bismarck Mandan Symphony Orchestra, which has furthered my connections in the area and has helped keep my music alive. I've also gotten involved at church, and one of the things that stood out at the church that I am now attending is my first visit. Someone saw that I was new, came up and introduced themselves. They connected me to another gal who then connected me to the local band scene, so I'm involved in the Missouri River Community Band as well. So all of this has built my community. I'm very happy with where I am. I continue to get involved with things such as the Young Professionals Network, the Runners Against Destructive Decisions chapter. So it really has made me feel welcomed here. So I moved out here for my job, but I stay because of the community. Thank you.
So what's next? So you're all here, right? So now you know more about this than a lot of people. And so what are you going to do next, right? So this is what my ask is for all of you. One, we need to get groups signed up on the Make Your Mark BizMan website. So if you go up and in the hamburger in the upper right corner, you can say sign my group up. So when we can keep sending people to that site as one place to find out about all the groups where they can become a part of the community if they don't know, right? Because luckily for Sarah, she had people who helped her get connected. Some people don't have that, right? So as many groups as we can get signed up in there, we've got a one-stop shop for people coming to Bismarck. So that's the first step. The other is to follow the Facebook page, which flips it. It's Bismarck Mandan. Make your mark on Facebook. Start sharing your stories. Start spreading this. We've got some posters back there to put in workplaces. We've got cards. There's an information sheet more about this. If you can have us come into your workplace for a lunch and learn or an online, 15-minute team meeting, give the chamber office a call and we'll get that arranged for you. We'll come to your service group, service club, or whatever it is. But this is about changing our culture, right? And it's going to take time, and it's not going to be super measurable, but it's very important, and it doesn't mean we don't start in a very big way. So you're all the seeds, and now we get to go. So thanks for coming. Have cookies, because you can't have a welcome event without cookies. And there's coffee and water, so stick around a while and chat. So thank you very much for coming.